Awesome. I love improv almost as much as I love sketch. So how many people here know what a sketch is? By a round of applause. Okay? And how many of you do not by a round of applause? Get out. Okay, who clapped that they know what a sketch is? You, sir? Okay, I would like you to explain to the entire audience thoroughly while we set up our beautiful projector what's your name?
Marty.
Round of applause for Marty. Marty, what is a sketch?
A scripted vignette of a comedic nature that's made up and then scripted.
That was just vague enough
Okay.
for us to take it, but you said a key word in there that I want to point out to everyone. So what you just saw was improv. Nothing was scripted. So there is the antithesis of that in comedy, which is scripted work. So stand-up comedy, plays, movies, basically anything you can name, more or less, other than what you just saw, is scripted. Scripted work is a whole nother animal. You have the opportunity, it's different than living in the moment than what you just saw. We take an idea or a concept and we break it down to its rawest, purest, funniest form, and we try to make it funnier, and we try to get you guys to enjoy it. So what we're going to do here for you tonight, first of all, round of applause for our sketch team, our sketch class. They've spent 7 weeks writing, a lot of writing. They've spent 7 weeks writing, and what we're going to have for you today, this is a writer's room. We're now in a writer's room, okay? This is like at Saturday Night Live. Every Wednesday there's a table read. And we try it out on Lauren. You're all Lauren Michaels. We're going to try it out on you and see if you enjoy it or see how hard you laugh. So just sit back and enjoy our sketches, okay? Cool. So we are going to start with our sketch. And let me introduce everyone. Right over there, that's Stephanie Perez, everyone. Yeah. Right there is Erica Mentiga, everyone. That's Louis Price. Paul Cohen. Mark Weaver. And Paul Rogers. Okay, so this first sketch is called The Spousal Unit. Thank you, Paul. The Spousal Unit by Paul Cohen. And our characters you see there, Turing is Louis, Kasparov will be played by Erica, and the Spousal Unit will be played by Stephanie Perez. Paul wrote this March 2nd, he revised it on the 25th, and then revised it again on April Fool's Day. He also put a note here that he came up with this idea while waiting for some friends to show up to a party. One friend texted and said she had purchased a buttload of stuff. This prompted Paul and a JTF cast member, Chris, you're name dropping in this. Chris, to ponder the meaning of origination of names and measurements. So, interior. In a research laboratory an hour before an investor presentation.
How did we get stuck planning this project? We are top engineers, not freaking project planners.
It's all academic, my dear chap, because in just over an hour, 2/5 of Silicon Valley will be here to see our masterpiece, and we don't have as much as a vol au vent to offer them.
Yes, I can't wait to see their smoked fat faces when they see how we have created an android so lifelike that you cannot tell man from machine.
And of course, the naysayers who didn't want to back us will be begging to invest in golden laboratories.
The spousal unit will be here in a jiffy with the party supplies.
A jiffy, you say? How long is a jiffy exactly?
It's less than a minute, I am sure. As that's how long it took the guy at Jiffy Lube to change my oil. He said it would be done and we could be split.
Like the time it takes a dog to lick the peanut butter off your...
Dr. Kasparov, Dr. Torres, I'm here with the party supplies. I brought an assload of food and wine for our guests to get them in the investing spirit.
Nice work, my dear. An ass load. Exactly how much is that?
I'm not sure. Is it equivalent to a buttload?
I seem to recall that assload is French for buttload, which is the American equivalent.
Surely, an American buttload is greater than a French assload.
You are correct, my friend. The standard American buttload is equivalent to 1.256 ass loads. I believe they keep the standard butt in Idaho as a reference as the U.S. butt is growing at an alarming rate.
Either way, it sounds like a fuck ton to me. When you gentlemen have quite finished, I need to finish setting up for the party.
1 hour later, on a stage in front of a room full of investors.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to present to you the latest in artificial intelligence. Golden Lips has spent 15 years perfecting the man-machine interface to create a perfect companion.
Research has shown that humans are not meant to stay with the same person their entire lives. Numerous studies have shown that a brief pairing to produce offspring is all that is required to ensure the future of our species.
Once duplication has been achieved, humans enter the selfish phase of their lives and start to travel, take up new hobbies, or start futile pursuits like improv.
But finding a companion who will do exactly what you want, when you want to do it, and who can match your dramatic mood swings has become increasingly difficult in today's culture.
And with a large percentage of the Generation Xers now identifying their sexuality as undecided, we have created the first androgynous android that comes factory fitted with every possible appendage to not only meet the needs of the ever-changing appetites, but to streamline the manufacturing process.
Yes, one size really does fit all. So without any further ado, I give you
Pause.
Spousal Unit.
Pause for applause as Spousal Unit steps into the spotlight.
Thank you, thank you. What are so many people doing in my bedroom? First of all, I would like to thank Golden Labs, and particularly Turing and Kasparov, for all those late nights working on me. Even after everyone had left for the day, Dr. Turing could be found trying to fit his hard drive into my ports. Very few engineers bury themselves so deep in their work and leave so much of themselves behind. I recall one particular night when both Dr. Kasparov and Turing were working on me from both ends. Dr. Kasparov was having a hard time with one of my actuators, and he was hammering on me for a good 20 minutes while Dr. Turing was downloading some of his software into my cranial cavity. I remember feeling how much love was being poured into me. I have been decided to make my partner happy, but if I don't, then I can be powered down and stored in the closet. Of course, I hope that you will pull me out and turn me on.
So what do you think? Who wants to invest in the Spousal Unit?
Yes, please invest in me. As soon as the check's clear, I'm going to divorce these fuckwits and take half.
Scene! All right. Our next sketch is Furry in Love by Erica. Tom will be played by Mark, Spike will be played by Lewis, and Rebecca will be played by Stephanie. Interior. The set of a talk show. Tom sits in the host chair on the stage with his head down. The lights go up. Tom sits up in his chair. Tom says,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be talking to individuals who have unusual or strange hobbies. The first couple we have on our show are Spike and his gal, Lady. Spike and Lady participate in a culture known as the Furry community. Simply put, they enjoy dressing up like different animals. Let's all say hello to Spike and Lady!
Spike and Lady enter onto the stage wearing full, realistic dog costumes and masks, holding hands or paws. They take a seat in individual chairs placed next to the host's chair.
Spike, Lady, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us, Tom.
Now, from what I understand, the furry community is growing pretty rapidly as it gains media exposure. However, the vast majority of the population probably still has never heard of the furry culture before. Could you explain what it means to be a furry?
Sure, Tom. I guess by definition, a furry is someone who assigns human traits to an animal of their choosing.
Could you possibly explain that in a bit more depth for us?
Basically, although we do dress up as animals, we don't behave necessarily as they would. We can talk normally, walk on two legs, wear human clothes, and do average day-to-day tasks just like everyone else.
When you say day-to-day tasks, you mean like running errands, going to the supermarket, to the bank?
Yup, really anything any other person would do. We still go out and do, but we just do it in our furry costumes.
I'm curious, what about work? You both must have jobs. Do you face any challenges balancing your furry lifestyle and your career?
Well, I'm actually a graphic designer, and I work mostly from home, so I rarely have a problem working while in my furry costume. But Spike is a sales rep for medical supplies.
Oh, really?
I am. Unlike Lady, I do have to go into an office most days, and I travel to meet with clients in a variety of different professional settings, so I'm not allowed to wear my furry costume during the workday.
Where is the most uncomfortable or awkward place you've worn or wear your furry costume?
Probably the proctologist's office. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I've had some pretty interesting experience at the waxers.
The waxers? Oh, you mean like getting your hair waxed off? Like eyebrows? Or your down there hair?
The audience laughs.
Like a bikini wax? Yeah, exactly. I think it's always a bit awkward going there to have anything waxed at all, not just my down there hair.
So you're okay with all that hair on your furry costume. You just don't want any fur on your human costume. Is that what you're saying?
Audience laughter.
Tom, humans have to maintain their grooming too, you know?
I can imagine how that could be a bit awkward. Do they ever get confused between whether they are supposed to wax your dog costume or you?
No, nothing like that so far.
So I think it's been mentioned that you two are in a romantic relationship and have been for some time now, correct?
Yeah, we've been dating a little over about 6 months now.
And how did you two meet? Did you know each other before?
No, we didn't actually. We met at a furry convention last fall that was being held in San Diego.
Oh, I love San Diego. Such a lovely city. And you two were both there for the furry convention. There has to be quite a number of people who turn out for this kind of event. How is it that you two actually met? Did you catch a whiff of something you liked, Spike? Did you sniff her out?
Nice dog. Audience laughs.
No, it was nothing like that. Actually, I was walking through the convention and I heard a commotion. Me and my friends walked over, and Lady was with her two friends, and basically there was two people basically verbally assaulted, and they were being assaulted by a group of men dressed in furry costumes as well.
And what were their furries?
Cats.
Are you telling me they were catcalling her?
Audience laughs.
Am I just mind blown right now or what? You could not make that kind of thing up. So what happened when you stepped in?
Yeah, so the guys were shouting obscenities at them, really awful, disgusting comments, and pretty much I told them, hey, cut it out, or I would have had to done something about it. By that point, some other people had seen what happened and were backing me up, so the guys knew they were outnumbered and ran off, pretty much tail between their legs.
I mean, Spike, wow, stepping in to assist someone you don't even know, just because you saw an injustice taking place. Really quite noble, I must say.
Tom claps his hands louder together, and the audience joins in cheering for Spike.
Were you scared at all? Like, hey, maybe I might get the shit kicked out of me for doing this?
Honestly, in that moment, all I could think about was how I would feel if the same thing was happening to my sister, and if people saw, but no one did anything to stop it.
Lady reaches and takes Spike's paw. She leans her head onto his shoulder. The audience awes.
So Lady, it sounds like you found quite the gentleman in Spike here. Is it getting serious between you two?
I would like to think so, yeah?
Spike looks at Lady. Lady, while keeping her head on Spike's shoulder, nods her oversized costume, dog head, shyly.
Have you two, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who wants to know the answer to this question, come on now, have you two been intimate?
Tom, seriously? We don't like to dress up as animals for nothing.
Lady sits up and playfully jabs Spike's arm. Giggles spread throughout the audience.
Let me just guess, your favorite position? Doggy style?
Spike puts up his arm signaling, "Who knows?" in response, and Lady takes a playful swipe at his arm. As soon as she turns around, Spike gives 2 thumbs up while nodding exaggeratingly, signaling a big yes to his question. Laughter erupts through the audience. Lady whips her head back to look at Spike. He stops, gesturing to Tom, and pulls her into his chest, using his oversized dog costume to give him a kiss on the top of his oversized dog head before they separate and sit up.
Oh, you two are both so sweet, and you look like you have so much fun together. And I feel like we can all feel how in love you both are with one another. Am I right? I mean, look at these two.
Tom signals to the audience to clap, and they make some noise. The audience claps and cheers.
I cannot get over how magnetic your attraction is. And we can all feel how in love you are. I can feel it. The audience can. I'm sure even the people watching at home can feel it. I think it might be time, though, that we see it. I mean, I want to see it. And I think so does everyone else. So, ladies and gentlemen, Spike and Lady have never seen one another without their furry costumes on. They have agreed today on this show, right here, right now, to take off their costumes. On the count of 3, they will remove them. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Spike and Lady both remove their masks and make eye contact.
Rebecca!
Lady runs off the stage hysterically crying. Spike, Danny, paces on the stage and falls back into his chair.
Spike or Danny, can you tell us what's going on right now?
Spike slumps forward, putting his head between his legs. He slowly lifts his head, looks directly into the bright set lights.
She's my sister.
Scene! That happened. Awesome. All right, let's move right along here. This one is called The Hire by Mark Weaver. Mark wrote this on March 19th. He revised it on the 23rd, and then he revised it on the 31st. His motivation was, we did a lot of exercises in class, and someone suggested to him gang interviews. So that's how he came up with this. Interior, coffee shop. Marshawn and Ruben are sitting at a table in a quiet corner of a coffee shop.
Marshawn, it's nice to meet you.
Just call me Slicks.
Okay, Slicks. Thanks for coming to the interview for a position in our little gang. I hope this venue is discreet enough for you.
Yeah, thanks. Don't want my crew knowing I'm looking for other roles.
I completely understand. So tell me, why do you want to work for our firm?
You guys have a reputation for being the nastiest fuckers out there, and I want to be a part of that.
We sure do. We work damn hard to get this position, and we want to stay there. So I'd like to ask you some questions about your experience.
Fire.
Marshawn makes gun shapes with his hands. Fires his hands bullets at Ruben, complete with sound effects.
Away.
Ha ha! You will fit right in with the guys in the pit. Okay, how do you feel about stabbing someone in the back?
That's the coward's approach. I prefer to tackle someone face to face, like a man.
Great answer. I like a person who isn't afraid of conflict. Next, what would you do if the authorities were caught you in possession of a smoking gun?
A wise man once said to me that failing to prepare is preparing to fail. I always listen to wise men.
Yes. I always say thorough preparation makes its own luck. So where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
I don't look that far ahead. Things change rapidly on the street. Mr. Slicks lives in the moment.
Sensible man. Our markets change quickly these days. Who knows where we'll be this time next week?
Too bad.
Well, I think I've heard enough. I'm very honored to offer you a position on our credit derivatives swaps trading team.
So what? Credit to what?
Yes, you'll be a part of a team that trades highly leveraged instruments and manages departmental capital requirements.
I thought this was a job interview for the head drug dealer position in the Golden Slacks gang.
No, no, no. The head trading position at Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs? Oh man, I never stoop as low as defrauding innocent people of their life savings and destroying the economy. A man has standards, you know.
Scene! All right. So, this one's called Bullshit Blocking Headphones by Louis Price. He wrote this on the 12th of March, he revised it on the 28th, and then he revised it again on the 1st. The sketch was inspired by Donald Trump. Interior, narrator, stage right, actor, center stage. Narrator says,
Sick and tired of hearing this bullshit?
I can see Russia from my house. I didn't know I could do that, officer. Homemade parachutes sound like a great idea.
Or how about crap like this?
Nickelback is awesome. I'm just on Tinder to make friends. Couples colonics would be a best first date ever.
Well, have no fear, because bullshit blocking headphones are here. Simply place the device over your ears just like any other set of headphones and turn this
YOLO!
into this.
frog noise. Frog noise.
Gone are the days of in one ear and out the other. Eliminate the hassle with bullshit blocking headphones. Bullshit blocking headphones work in the presence of politicians, significant others, annoying children, vampires, cops, lawyers, street preachers, Rumpelstiltskin, and so much more. Side effects may include happiness, increase in appetite, new positive outlook on life, boost of libido, boost of spouse's libido, belief that there might be a God because such a device could only be made by an all-knowing and powerful creator, and waffles. Cool now!
Scene. And waffles.
And waffle.
This next piece, this next sketch, Handle with Care by Erica. It was written on February 28th, then again on the 29th of February, because we had that this year. March 28th, and then revised again on April 1st. Interior, a crowded restaurant. Stephen sits alone at a table. Stephen's mother and father enter. Stephen says,
Mom, Dad, I'm so glad you had the time to meet Bianca and I for dinner.
Stephen gets up to greet his parents.
Oh, sweetie, don't mention it. Of course we have time for you. Plus, we simply had to meet this woman who you've been keeping from us.
Speaking of which, where is the little lady?
Sorry, she's running a bit late. She should be here soon.
Stephen gestures toward the table, and they all take a seat.
Before we get into anything else, I have something I want to tell you both. I have decided
Takes a deep breath.
that I'm gonna ask Bianca to marry me.
I knew you were crazy about that girl, but I had no idea it was this serious.
Son, don't you think it's a bit soon?
Jill, I'm sure Stephen has thought long and hard about this decision.
Thank you, Dad. I really have. I'm more sure about this decision than I have been about anything else in my entire life.
You're right, I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget you're not my little baby anymore.
Pinching Stephen's cheeks.
If you love her, I'm sure I will too.
A FedEx delivery man enters and walks up to the table.
Delivery for Stephen Goldfarb?
Yeah, that's me.
Please, sign here.
Stephen signs for a package and the FedEx delivery man exits. Stephen unwraps the package to reveal an adult blow-up doll. He sets it down on the seat next to him.
Mom, Dad,
Deep breath.
I'd like you both to meet Bianca.
Hello, dear. It's great to finally meet you.
Stephen's father stands up and shakes Bianca's lifeless hand.
Steven, she doesn't look like as big as an airhead as your past girlfriend.
She gives him an enthusiastic thumbs up.
Mother, please.
Okay, sorry. Hello, Bianca. It is very nice to meet you.
Moment of silence.
So Bianca, Stephen has told us a lot about you.
We've been dying to meet the young lady who has had him in such a tizzy. He showed us some pictures not too long ago, so we already knew you were stunning. It looks like you've slimmed down a bit since then, though.
It's actually really hard for Bianca to keep a fuller figure. It's been a real struggle her whole life.
Well, I have been working on this spare tire since June of '87, and let me tell you, nothing has changed. Not a damn thing, so that is a problem I definitely wouldn't mind having.
Mom, that's not even funny.
Jill, please. That must be hard for you, dear,
To Bianca.
but also difficult for you too, son,
To Stephen.
to watch Bianca go through such frequent physical ups and downs.
It can be exhausting. I try to keep her full, but if I see her losing, ultimately I found I'm not on top of her, riding her 24/7, and I just lay off a bit. She usually keeps her shape up all on her own. She's pretty tough.
I mean, she has to be to deal with you. She deserves a medal.
It sounds like you are really serious about each other.
Ah! I'm just so glad we finally got to meet you. I never thought Stephen was going to find someone that would get him to commit.
Thanks a lot, Mom. Jeez.
Oh, please, you know it's true. Don't pretend to be offended.
Stephen leans in toward Bianca as if she is whispering something to him in his ear.
Do you mind if we excuse ourselves for a brief moment? Bianca needs to use the ladies' room, and this zipper always gets stuck.
Sweetie, don't even worry about it. I'll go with her and help her with her zipper. After all, the ladies' room is where gossip is shared and friendships are made.
Stephen's mother picks up Bianca from her chair and scurries toward the restroom. Stephen and his father remain at the table.
She seems like a keeper, Stephen. I think you should make sure you take extra care of this one. We'll know your track record.
I know, and trust me, I'm not going to make the same mistakes with her. I can't lose her like the others.
She's pretty low maintenance, isn't she?
You noticed? I told you she's quiet.
I didn't believe you. All your past ladies were always so loud and obnoxious. It was a little embarrassing to bring them out in public, but Bianca seemed like a dream.
They glance at each other and laugh. Stephen's father straightens up, locking eyes with Stephen.
In all seriousness, though, Stephen, I'm glad you gave it some real thought before deciding to commit to Bianca. It shows great maturity. Marriage shouldn't be a quick and easy decision. The tiniest little pinprick in a marriage can turn into a gaping hole if left unattended. I think you are finally ready to take on the responsibility of being an equal partner to someone. Someone you will need to care for and nurture. You have to be willing to sacrifice what you want to make sure nothing ever has an opportunity to pierce what you have worked so hard to protect. If that happens, it will be the moment when everything will either rupture completely, leaving absolutely no repairable remnants, or everything will seep away slowly through the tiniest breach seam, unnoticed until it's too late. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, Stephen?
Stephen sits staring at his father wide-eyed. Stephen's father stands and pulls him up from the table, arms clasped, his other hand on Stephen's shoulder.
If you never remember a word of what I just told you, promise me you will always, always remember that when it comes to something precious, that love, that you love, like Bianca, masking tape is a temporary fix and never a permanent solution.
Stephen, a single nod, fighting back tears. They embrace one another. Blackout. Okay, next is a sketch called Revolution by Stephanie. She wrote this March 14th, revised it on the 22nd, the 28th, and finally finished it on April 1st. It was inspired by her love of makeup and daily struggle she feels as a woman. Interior of a house. Emily turns on TV and the commercial starts.
Hi there, ladies! We have our very own Joan of Arc here in the studio to tell us about our new revolutionary product. Welcome back to the program, Joan.
Hi there, Sarah.
So glad to have you back. The producers tell me you have brought us some amazing news from the makeup gods.
That is correct, Sarah. I have spent a lot of time out in the field and I am bringing back a godsend of a product.
Will it help with fine lines?
We
What about under eye circles?
absolument
Shrink my fat ass?
no, silly American.
It was worth a shot. Tell us, what magical product is this?
The bottle of foundation is shown.
The answer to all of our problems. I mean, aren't you just tired of getting asked why you look so tired, Sarah?
Oh God, yes. Sometimes I spend 40 minutes putting on my makeup, but when I get to work, I still get asked if I'm okay.
I hear you, Sarah, which is why I've brought before and after pictures that I would like to share.
A photo comes up with Joan's face and is labeled before.
Now that's me in my everyday makeup. And here is the after picture with our new foundation on.
You see the photo of a man.
Joan, you look amazing.
I know! The best part about this foundation is that no one asked me if I was tired, sick, or spent the whole night crying.
I haven't been this excited since the Victoria's Secret semi-annual sale. I can't contain myself. I might just burst through this glass ceiling.
Oh, Sarah, don't make me laugh.
Joan, you are our hero. But I have a serious question. What is the cost?
The price is something we have definitely taken into consideration. That is why we are offering a payment plan of 3 installments of $39.99.
You hear that, ladies? You can finally get your earnings of 78 cents on the dollar compared to men to work for you.
The payment plan is just an option. You could always drop some subtle hints to the man in your life.
Joan winks to the camera. Blackout. Okay, this next one is called Blind Date by Paul Cohen. He wrote this on Leap Day, then he revised it a month later. He revised it again on the 1st, and then he revised it on April 3rd. Paul initially sat down to write a sketch about online dating, but ended up describing someone else's dates. Interior, a French restaurant. A man is seated at a small table with 2 chairs. Humphrey says,
Garçon,
Oui, monsieur, may I help you?
yes, I'm expecting a young lady. I've never met her, so when she arrives, please show her to my table.
A blind date, sir? Que exciting.
It's half a blind date. I am the only blind one.
taken aback.
But of course, monsieur, how may I recognize her?
Well, apparently she looks like Bridget Bardot, which I'm told is a very beautiful actress.
Brigitte Bardot? Wow, okay, sir, I will bring her to sleep.
While Garcon is serving another customer, Mindy walks into the restaurant while speaking on her phone.
Okay, I see him. Wow, he really does look like a child actor Fred Savage.
Pause.
Don't be silly, Gavin. He's blind. He'll have no idea. I'll order the coq au vin and just wait outside for me and I'll be out in a jiffy.
Mindy walks over to the table.
Hello, Humphrey. So nice to meet you.
Oh, Mindy, you're here. I told Garcon to bring you over, but I guess he was busy. So I asked around, and I'm told that Bridget Bardot is a knockout.
Garcon attends the table.
I am sorry, sir. Is this woman bothering you?
Not at all. This is my date, Mindy.
Your date? The date that looks like Brigitte Bardot?
With hands in prayer and shaking her head, Mindy silently mouths,
Please don't give me away.
Garcon concedingly.
Right. Yes, madame. Welcome to Café Voila, where we say, if you want a more, just ask.
Well, since you asked, can I get 2 orders of the coq au vin?
Certainly, madame. And some to-go boxes as well.
Yes, if that's not too much trouble.
Garcon leaves.
Wow, that waiter could bug up his ass. Mindy, I have a favor to ask.
What is it, Hump? Can I call you Hump?
Sure, but you are going to think I'm strange.
Don't be silly. What is it?
Okay, here goes. I want to feel your face, so that I can get a sense of what you look like.
Well, as I said, people say I look like Bridget Bardot.
Yes, but I'm blind since birth. If it's not too much to ask, then I...
Don't be silly. Go for it. It's the least I could do.
In a way, I'm using you to see what Bridget looks like.
Humphrey starts feeling Mindy's face and hair.
Wow. Your nose feels so much like a famous nose should feel. You definitely have celebrity ears. And your hair, it's so on top of your head. Mindy, it would mean a lot to me if I could touch your clavicle. Is that okay with you?
My clavicle? Okay.
Humphrey starts to feel Mindy's clavicle. Mindy is uncomfortable but acquiesces.
How about your thorax?
Mindy gives a blank stare.
Your breastbone?
Humphrey starts to feel her breastbone.
I guess.
What about your humerus and your coccyx?
I don't see how this helps, but
Oh, it does. It does.
Humphrey touches her humerus and then her coccyx.
Will you allow a gentle touch of your gluteus maximus? And I promise that's it.
Mindy nods okay. Garcon returns with the appetizers. Humphrey is gently caressing Mindy's glutes.
And I see you are busy. Would Monsieur prefer it if I come back?
no, please stay. Monsieur was just trying to get a feel for me, to see what Bridget Bordeaux
She winks.
looks like.
Monsieur, I must confess, this woman looks nothing like Brigitte Bardot. If you like her on your own merit, then I am happy for you, but I cannot be part of this deception.
What the fuck? Not Bridget Bardot? You lied to me, Mindy.
I'm out of here. Screw you, Frenchie.
Mindy storms out.
I am sorry if I ruined your night, Monsieur, but Café Voila is a place for love, not for bullshit.
Not at all, Garcon. You actually made my night.
Garcon's accent changes to a Jersey accent.
What the hell are you talking about?
Garcon, don't be mad, but I wasn't truthful with you. I'm not blind. In fact, I have 20/20 vision. I got tired of women I met online just meeting me so they could get a free meal. I thought I could at least fondle them first, so I pretended to be blind.
Well, if we're all being absolutely honest, I'm not French, and to tell you the truth, I have no clue what Brigitte Bardot looks like.
So how did you know what Mindy didn't look? How did you know that Mindy didn't look like her?
An educated guess. This is the third time this week she's been here with a different date. She orders food and then takes it out to her boyfriend, who is waiting in a Honda Odyssey.
So what I think you're saying is that she just ordered some coq au vin for a cock in a van?
Certainement.
Blackout! Alright, we got three more for you. Three more. Once in a Lifetime Jewelers by Stephanie Perez. Erica will be playing Shirley, and oh, I'm sorry, the other way around. Paul will be playing Shirley, and Erica will be. No, wait, can we get it right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Erica will be playing Shirley, Paul will be playing Shane. We just changed up the show. Interior of a jewelry store. Shannon says.
Welcome to Once in a Lifetime Jewelers. How may I help you today?
I'd like to get my engagement ring size. My fiance told me to stop by and drop it off.
I would love to help you with that. Come right over here and we'll start the paperwork.
Sharon and Shirley go over to the computer.
Can I have your fiance's name?
Last name Smith,
First name?
Corey.
Huh. Oh boy. I thought you just said Corey.
I did.
God, that's such a common name.
Oh yeah, I'm not looking forward to that name change.
Are you talking about Nurse Corey Smith?
Yeah, Coral Gables Hospital. Horrible hours, but great pay.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Horrible hours, but
No! This can't be!
what?
You!
Me?
You have my Corey! He left me 2 months ago for some whore!
No. No way.
Yes! Yes way!
We can't be talking about the same Corey.
Left butt cheek birthmark in the shape of Wisconsin Corey?
Oh my god.
This isn't happening to me.
Come to think of it, it's more like Illinois than Wisconsin. I can't be so sure. It's the same course.
Fine. On 3, scream out his favorite flavor of ice cream. 1, 2, 3, Mame!
To be fair, we are in Miami, and Mame is delicious.
True. Alright, does your Corey look like
Hold on. Does your Corey have a 9.5 inch
scar that he
God,
got in the
ninth
9th grade
grade
during a freak accident with a jar of mayo? I knew it.
I have no words.
That's fine. fine. You don't need any words. I'll just need your address so I can send you an invite to the baby shower.
The baby shower?
Oh, he didn't tell you? He's gonna be a father in 3 months. I'm 3 months along. See you at the shower.
Blackout! All right, two more for you here, two more. This one's called. Okay.
Let's be mature about this.
It's really the stick it in, but stick it in is what it's called. By Mark Weaver. He wrote it first on March 4th. He revised it again on March 22nd, and then he finished it, final revision, on March 31st. Now his motivation was the word Japan, and he came up with this. Interior, hotel reception area. Justin sits behind a reception desk below a large sign that says, "Stick it in." George and Wendy enter the hotel lobby. Justin says,
Good evening. Welcome to the Stick It In, where fantasy becomes reality.
Hi there, it's our 25th wedding anniversary, and we're looking for a special room for the night.
George and Wendy smile and give each other knowing looks.
Well, you've come to the right place. We currently have a special on our Enchantment Under the Sea room for that authentic high school prom experience. The room comes with a dance floor, unlimited alcohol-free punch, and for a small fee, we can provide a school teacher to catch you in the act of experimental fumbling during the slow dance.
I like the sound of that. It would bring back memories from our prom night.
But Wendy, I wasn't your prom date. You went with that idiot, Spencer Dijon, the high school quarterback.
Justin quickly interrupts.
Next, I have the 50 Shades of Grey experience, an erotic torture chamber complete with whips, cuffs, restraints, electrodes, muzzles, cattle prods, wild bees, and an albino flamingo.
I'm not so sure. Remember that time we experimented with candle wax and you ended up with third-degree burns?
How could I forget? I spent 10 days in the hospital burns unit and was unable to sit down for 3 months.
Well, sadomasochism isn't for everyone. Let's just see what else I have. Ah, yes. This one is very popular. The extrovert room. The walls are made of glass. There is a live studio audience. Cameras live stream everything onto the internet, and there is a social media commentator tweeting live.
No, I suffer from performance anxiety.
Oh, how about the Arctic room? It's a room made entirely of ice and comes with 4 emperor penguins.
Not for me. I once had a bad experience with an igloo.
I have the Empire State Building room.
No, we both despise New Yorkers.
The feline room?
I'm allergic to cat hair.
Great Barrier Reef room?
I have a phobia of Australians.
Geez, well the only room I have left is a basic hotel room.
Does it come with an ironing board?
Yeah?
And white fluffy dressing gowns?
Yeah, 2 of them.
What about a sewing kit? And a coffee machine?
Yes and yes. And a hairdryer, cable TV, and a safe and 8 coat hangers. All yours for $69 a night.
We'll take it.
Justin hands over the key and George and Wendy excitedly run off to their room.
Wow, some people are just disgusting.
Blackout! Alright, and here's our last sketch for you tonight. This one is called Sharks and Minnows, written by Lewis Price. He first wrote this on the 22nd. It was actually, I think, the first day of class. And then he revised it on the 28th. And his final revision was April 1st. The sketch was inspired by an exercise we did, and the suggestion to him was the phrase used car sales. So he came up with this. Exterior, car dealership. Mike, Ed, Neil, center stage.
Why did you come here again?
Dude, we're going on tour and we need a van.
Oh, come on, man. You didn't have to come here to get a van. Besides, all of these salesmen are sharks, just looking to rip us off.
Sharks? Why'd you bring me here if you knew there was gonna be sharks? You know I cut my hand yesterday? A shark can smell that from a mile away.
Not real sharks, idiot. Sharks as in car salesmen that try to rip off uninformed buyers, which we are not.
Bruce walks over to Ed, Mike, and Neil.
Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to Amity Island Motors. I'm Bruce. What are you fishing for today?
What did he just say?
Shut up, Ed.
Hey Bruce, we're an up-and-coming band about to go on tour and we need a van.
Rock on. Well, have you had time to troll around the lot?
Is this guy serious?
Ed, shut up.
Actually, we just got here. Do you have any recommendations?
Of course. Let me see if I can chum up your interest with this van right here.
Holy shit, this guy's a shark!
Ed, get it together, dude.
Oh, this is nice. But you know what, Bruce? I think we're gonna need a bigger van.
What the fuck, Neil?
Sure, of course. We don't have any of the big vans up here, but let me lure you a little deeper into the lot.
Hell no, get me the fuck out of here!
Bruce and Neil start to walk away.
Ed, what is your problem?
What's my problem? What's your problem, man? This guy has shark written all over him.
Oh yeah? How so?
How so? You're telling me after all that you still need proof? Fine, watch this.
Ed turns and yells up to Bruce.
Hey, Bruce! Hey, man! What was your mother like that she raised such a fine gentleman as a son?
Yelling back at Ed.
Oh, she was a nurse.
Looking back at Mike.
Boom! Proof!
Because his mum was a nurse?
Nurse, shark! Duh! Clear as day. Now let's get the hell out of here, man.
Oh my god, Ed, tons of people's mothers are nurses. That doesn't make them sharks. Now let's go and see this other van, then we can get out of here. Deal?
Fine.
Ed and Mike catch up to Neil and Bruce. Bruce.
Oh. Sure, of course.
Why is there a- oh, it's over there.
Oh,
All right, so Ed and Mike catch up to Bruce and Neil.
all right, guys, here it is.
Nice. I like the color.
Oh yeah, that's seal tone gray. Extra tasty.
What the fuck? Are you even listening to this guy?
It's a fairly common colour, Ed.
Well, go ahead and swim on in and check it out.
Guys, don't do it. Don't leave me here alone.
Mike and Neil go into the van. Ed keeps an eye on Bruce.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Ed notices that Bruce, Salesman 2, and Salesman 3 have started to circle the van.
Yeah, you pull up to a show in this and your fans won't know what bit them.
Bruce turns and looks at Ed.
Did he just say bit them?
Shark!
Bruce bites Ed. Mike and Neil jump out of the van and run all over the place to Bruce and Ed.
He bit me! He fucking bit me!
Enough of this, Ed.
Salesman 2 bites Ed.
Holy shit, he just bit
Sharks! They're all sharks!
Salesman 3 bites Ed.
Holy crap, no, he just bit
Run! Run for your lives!
Ed dies.
No! Why? Why'd you have to take him from us? Ed was the best groupie ever we
Wait.
ever had.
Wait, did you just say groupie? Oh my god, we're so sorry.
Pause.
We thought he was a grouper.
Scene! All right, guys, let's stand up and bow.